Hey everyone, it's Jeff Freeman with Pocketnow.com, and so far we've unboxed the Droid Pro and we've given you a look at the hardware of the Droid Pro. Now what would an overview be if we didn't take a look at the software? So let's dig in. Alright, and as promised, we are back, and it's time to take a look at the software on the Droid Pro. Now one of the main things that should be sticking out to you almost right away is actually the implementation of the Motorola Blur custom user interface that Motorola has developed here. It's something that they actually do not advertise on the packaging, but it is here. And that's actually going to show right in this menu down here. You're going to have the up arrow, which will bring up the menu, but once you actually swipe side to side, you're going to see those typical Blur icons, which will bring you to the different home screens, actually pop right up. Now Blur may or may not be for you. In this device, it's actually a pretty good combination because if you are a business user who may travel a lot, it's going to allow you to get your work done, get your business done throughout the day. And then on your off time, whether it be at night, maybe on breaks, maybe even during the workday or on the weekends, whatever it may be, you're going to be able to bring in that social networking and that fun aspect as well, which is what Blur is there to do. So this does really give you the best of both worlds in that case. To show you one main difference that Blur has, at least on this device compared to many other devices, is going to be actually the color scheme of the menu. Now as you'll see, many of the Froyo devices, this is actually an Android 2.2, so it is a Froyo device. It's very colorful when you go to the settings menu. This is just a typical black and white, very plain and simple. Keep it straightforward, but keep it happening. And that's really what this is doing right here. Once again, it's black and white, no color whatsoever, no fancy icons, just very simple, whatever it may be. And just to confirm that actual software version, we'll head down to the About phone and we'll show you the Android version 2.2, which will confirm the Froyo implementation here. Now, by implementing Blur over the Android operating system, you have the ability to not only add the Android widgets, but Motorola's own widgets as well. So if we actually scroll over here, these are all examples of those widgets, as you can see. We can actually press this here, and we will go to Motorola widgets, and you can see what we have to offer. Many different widgets that you really have not seen before if you've never experienced Blur. But let's say you want to go back to that experience that you're used to, you can go to your Android widgets and add those typical widgets as well. Now there's a few other very cool but very useful features on the Droid Pro that we want to point out that you typically don't see on other devices. Now one of them, if we go to the settings menu, will actually be what's called the quick launch. So if we go to the actual applications menu here, we have the quick launch buttons. Now in our hardware overview, we actually pointed out this side button to you that is user programmable, so you can actually change it to automatically launch an application of your choosing. In this case, we've actually set it to use Twitter. Now you can also choose a search plus a letter to launch that application. So for example, we have calculator as B and calendar as C. So those are just some quick ones that we've set up, and now we'll actually give you a dry run of these. So we have the quick launch button here. We're going to go ahead and press that, and Twitter opens right up with the snap of a finger. It's very quick. Now the same thing applies if we hold down the search key and press C. So we'll do that real quick and press C. And there's calendar once again, very snappy. And we'll do the same thing for the calculator. And then there you go, the calculator as well. If we want to go back to Twitter, we can. And it's that fast. So navigating through this device, if you are a power user or if you have to essentially multitask but switch very frequently, this is great for that. If you have an application that you use multiple times a day, on a daily basis, whatever it may be, you can set a shortcut to get to that application very easily. Another is going to be a pretty creative way to actually lock your device so that you don't accidentally press a shortcut, open up an email, or make even a quick phone call. And that's going to be essentially a pocket protector tool that they've included on here. Now if we actually go to the display menu and we scroll all the way down, you're going to see in-pocket detection. So this basically locks your device automatically when it's put into your pocket. Now we can just guess that this uses most likely the ambient light sensor as well as the accelerometer to detect the position the phone is at. Hence, upside down, dark, whatever it may be. Now we've actually used this before, we've actually tested it, we've turned it on, we just basically will take the device, put it right in our pocket, and it actually works fairly well. So this is a safeguard if you are someone who forgets to lock your phone before you put it into your pocket. Some of pre-installed apps and abilities are going to be, of course, the 3G mobile hotspot. You can actually use this device as a mobile hotspot Perfect if you are an on-the-go user who has to use this device as a connectivity option for a laptop computer or any computer for that matter. There's also going to be the DLNA support, so you can actually stream media from this to a networked TV that supports DLNA or another device that supports DLNA. And then there's also going to be the Quick to Office, which is pre-installed, which will let you open up different document types as well as spreadsheets, PDFs, that sort of thing. Now, if you're curious about the gaming potential, we're going to go ahead and actually open up a trial game that's pre-installed on this device, and that is Need for Speed Shift. So we'll actually give you a quick run on how the gaming performs. And we'll actually zoom in a little bit further here so you can see the screen. Now, one cool thing about this game is as you crash, your car actually sustains damage. You'll see your windshield scratch. Your car will actually have worse handling. It will drive slower, that sort of thing. And here we are, about to kick things off. Now, this is going to put you in a first-person view of the car, and you have to actually tilt your screen to steer. Now, what we found playing this game is the frame rate tends to suffer, and we hope that you can see this well enough, but as you'll see, it does suffer some frame rate slowdown from time to time, especially once your windshield does start cracking, which will actually use some nitrous directly into the wall, so you can see the windshield cracking here. We're going to purposely keep crashing. And the windshield is getting cracked up, and again, my car is performing pretty poorly right now. But as you continue to sustain damage, you will see the frame rate perform worse and worse. Now, of course, this is only a trial and the phone is brand new, so there could be an update on both the application and the phone itself to fix this, and that is only one game. If you're really someone who just picks up a game every now and then to kill some time, you're really not going to notice it, but if you play games on a more avid basis, you will notice that frame rate slow down, and it may be frustrating to you. Overall, navigation through the UI is fairly snappy. There are some slowdown periods when it appears that the device is syncing up and connecting to the actual server, maybe pulling down contact information through the Facebook or through the Twitter applications to possibly give you an update on their status. The keyboard, however, does perform flawlessly when typing a message. There is no complaints to be had there. It does feel very similar to a BlackBerry keyboard. However, those have been successful for a reason. If you have any questions about the Droid Pro, please post a comment on either this video or on the actual article page on Pocketnow.com. And if we can, we will definitely try and answer your questions. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. And as always, thank you very much for watching, everyone.